For jobs that have to run regularly and that you want to run unattended, I recommend creating a scheduled job that runs under the control of the SQL agent. In order to do something like this, you have to ensure that the SQL agent is running, and that's not necessarily a given. Upon installation of the SQL Server, the SQL agent is not set to start automatically. So in the control panel services program, you'll want to set the SQL agent to start automatically, but on a delayed start, so that the engine can start ahead of it, and then everything will be, then the agent will start seamlessly. Any job that can be written in code can be scheduled. Each job can be comprised of multiple steps. If a job fails, the reason is captured in the job history file. When a job runs, the output is captured in the job history file. There's many reasons why you'd want to use the SQL Server agent jobs function. In this case, I have set up to back up the system databases. Give it a meaningful name, backup system databases. The steps involved, let's look at master, back up the master. It's a transact SQL script, and the same code that you would use to interactively back up the master database, you just copy that and paste it in here under the command. On the Advanced tab, there are success and failure actions. On success, go to the next step. On failure, go to the next step. You want to back up as many of these system databases as you possibly can, even if one fails. Should something happen and there's a hiccup so that the initial attempt to back up the master database doesn't work, in 1 minute, you are going to retry, and you're going to do that one time. The job itself, the resulting output messages from the job, you can write those to a text file stored in a folder somewheres, and you can keep appending to these same text files, so you'll have a history that is separate from the job history file itself. There's a job history log. You do want to include that the step output in the history. The same for the model database, set up exactly the same with a slightly different command to back up the model database itself. And MSDB, I want to show you this. The change that happens is on success and on failure. On success, this is the last step of the group. I'm going to quit reporting success. On failure, I'm going to quit reporting failure. Again, I am going to back up to a text file, and I am going to include this step in the job history. To schedule this, I need to set up a schedule and use the name that you gave to the job, i.e. backup system databases, as all or part of the name of the schedule. In this case, I'm setting it up to recur. I'm setting it up daily and at 6 p.m. No end date. I make sure it's enabled, and I'm going to say OK, and OK again, and that's it. That's all I have to do. This code that you will have access to gives you suggested values to insert into each of the options, and the code to back up your master, your model, and the MSDB database. And that's all there is to it.